Many people wonder, does God still speak today? The answer is yes. In John 10, verse 27, Jesus states plainly, "My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me." If the signal feels lost, we must adjust how we receive it. Hearing clearly requires filtering through the static to lock on to a specific frequency. In this video, we are going to walk through a 5-step listening session. You'll learn exactly how to cut through the noise, test the impressions you receive, and act on them with confidence. Before we begin, you need to gather a few tools. Grab a physical Bible, a notebook, and a pen. Find a quiet room where you can be entirely alone, and set aside just 10 to 15 minutes. Hearing God isn't an inaccessible mystery reserved for a select few. It is a deliberate, repeatable process of tuning our attention correctly. Let's get started. Step 1 is to clear the static. Digital noise screaming for your attention and your own internal anxiety represent the most significant barriers to hearing God clearly. Right now, put your phone on airplane mode. Remove the smartwatch. Isolate yourself completely so your physical environment is as quiet as possible. Psalm 46:10 establishes stillness as the primary requirement for listening. Be still and know that I am God. Next is step 2, calibrate your receiver. A common reason people think God is silent is because they are waiting for a booming, cinematic voice from the clouds. We need to drop that expectation. This chart breaks down the 5 frequencies God typically uses. He speaks explicitly through the Bible and gently through inner impressions. He directs through a persistent feeling of peace, aligns circumstances, and confirms direction through wise counsel. If you only accept dramatic signs, you will completely miss the gentle, multifaceted ways He is already guiding you. Now for step 3, open the channel. Spend a few minutes praying and reading the Word. The goal here is building a relationship, not treating God like an emergency dispatcher. You need to become familiar with His voice. Set up your notebook exactly like this journal page. Draw a vertical line down the middle. Write impression on the left, action step on the right. Meditate on Jeremiah 33:3 and document any thoughts or inner impressions you receive on the left side. Once you have something written down, move to step 4, run the discernment test. Not every thought in your head is from God. It's easy to confuse your own internal monologue or anxiety with His voice. 1 John 4:1 tells us to test the spirits with a 4-part checklist. 1. Does your impression align with Scripture? 2. Does it bring internal peace? 3. Does it lead away from sin? And 4. Is it consistent with God's character? Firm. If the impression you wrote down fails even one of these 4 checks, discard it immediately. This strict filter ensures you are operating with complete spiritual safety. Step 5 is to execute the instruction. James 1:22 commands us to be doers of the word and not hearers only. Listening without acting is useless. Look at your verified impression on the left side of your journal. Now, in the right column, translate that into one highly tangible, immediate step of obedience. Write down exactly what you are going to do today. But what if your impression column is blank? Think of a seed buried underground. You can't see anything happening on the surface, but beneath the dirt, there is invisible preparation and growth. Silence does not mean absence. God may be actively preparing you for the next step, testing your trust in His timing, or simply working behind the scenes on your behalf. Remember that your clarity increases with your obedience. If you are waiting to hear more, check to see if you have ignored the last instruction He gave you. Every successful listening session ends in one of 2 ways: an immediate, documented act of obedience, or a deliberate commitment to wait patiently. Let's look at what you've just accomplished. You eliminated the environmental static, calibrated your expectations, documented an impression, and ran it through a rigid biblical filter. Because of that process, you now have a clear, verified action step sitting right in front of you. Building familiarity with God's voice requires repetition. Transform this singular listening session into a daily routine. Hebrews 5:14 tells us that our spiritual senses are trained by constant practice. What starts out as a blurry, vague impression will steadily grow sharper and brilliantly clear over time. Close your notebook, stand up, and go execute that written action step right now. God is always speaking. We just have to be willing to listen.